Consolidations for Inforce Sun Systems is a module designed and developed by Professional Advantage. Professional Advantage have been producing process automation tools for Inforce Sun Systems for over 30 years. Everything we do is fully integrated with Sun Systems at the database level and allows you to do smarter business. Consolidations sits as one of our specialist solutions, and it is designed to allow for very easy, quick and powerful data aggregation across your Sun Systems business units. Where you need to produce a consolidated reporting structure, it allows for the extraction of ledger transactions from various underlying business units and across Sun Systems servers, and the mapping of this into your required reporting structure in a new Sun Systems business unit that has been designed to meet this requirement. Consolidations is compliant with all versions of Inforce Sun Systems. If you're running the Sun Systems version 4, 5 or 6 stream, it will work with all of these environments. It is also multi-currency compliant, meaning that transactions sitting in a source currency in one business unit can be converted into a new target reporting currency in the consolidated business unit on the fly during the consolidation process. It uses the Sun Systems underlying currency conversion codes and rates. It is a very quick and powerful solution, meaning that you can configure a consolidation and run this every couple of minutes, every hour, or maybe even schedule this overnight if required, giving you a continuously up-to-date consolidated position. It can also be run across Sun Systems environments, meaning that you can consolidate business units sitting on a single server, or indeed bring data from multiple Sun Systems servers across to a new consolidated business unit sitting at potentially a head office server. Consolidations uses the Sun Systems data structure, meaning that you do not have to have a separate reporting or consolidated database sitting in the background, or a cube where you're extracting data out of the Sun Systems environment. It is a tool designed to work consistently, easily and out of the box with Sun Systems. The interface of Consolidations is very easy to use. Over on the left hand side here we have a tree. In this tree we have various different levels. The highest level is a group. Below groups we have rules, and below rules we have steps. Groups represent a consolidation, so this could be a financial consolidation or a management consolidation, and any number of these can exist. They could also contain sub-consolidations if required. Below a group, we have a rule. The rule is where we set up and define a source business unit and a target business unit. So, here in the edit mode, we'll see that this is taking data from business unit CO1, the actual ledger, and taking it to the consolidated business unit, the actual ledger. So, within a group, you may have multiple rules that represent data coming from various source business units, all going to the same or different consolidated target. A consolidation can also be run by journal number, meaning that it only picks up newest journal numbers since the last run, or it could be a period-based consolidation where we choose a period and run it at any time. Below a rule, we have a step. Steps can exist in order to segregate selection criteria from the source business unit and push data with a particular mapping to a target business unit. Typically, you may see things such as breaking up the steps by different types of accounts, as in this case, debtors, creditors, P&L balance sheet, etc. You could have a single step if everything was to be handled in the same way. In the step, we have a source tab. This is where we make selections from the source business unit. These could be by account type, by ranges of account, maybe based on journal or conversion type, and in particular transaction dimensions or A codes or account dimensions. This allows you to select groupings of accounts or groupings of entity-based transactions using your standard Sun Systems data structure. We also have the ability to decide if data taken to the consolidated business unit will be summarized to totals or if it will be a transactional level transfer. If it is summarized, we can choose at what level it will summarize at, maybe account code or period or some such. Once we have our source selections, we can then move on to our target tab and decide how data will be posted as a journal or journals into the target business unit. For this particular rule, target business unit is CON. When we post it, what journal type are we going to use? This could be a defined value, or maybe using the same as that at source. We have the same going for a number of different fields. So for example, reference could use the same reference as the source data when it posts, or potentially you can map something else into this field. Maybe the source database or the source account code, etc. This is the mapping function of consolidations, and the same can be done for virtually any field. Here, all of our transaction analysis dimensions could be the same as source, removed entirely, or mapped from some other data in the source transaction. This is where the flexibility comes into the tool. Accounts can be mapped based on, again, the source value if you have your same reporting structure in your consolidated accounts. However, you could decide to move all data into a single account for a particular step, maybe creditors or debtors summarization, or potentially move to some sort of structure where you're mapping an account from a source account analysis code. So if you've tagged all of your source accounts with a target consolidation account as an A code, this can be used as the target account code. Below that, we have a number of rules that deal with multi-currency, moving transactions from one currency in the base or the transaction amount or reporting amount into similar in the target account. Once we've built out all of our steps, we then have something that is structured and ready to run as a consolidation for that rule. You can run the consolidation at the rule level, or you could potentially jump up and run it at the group level, which would run all rules underneath it. And if you had subgroups, it would run at that level too, running each of the subgroups in turn. The tool is very powerful in allowing us to do this. We can also copy out rules. So if I were to copy this one here, create a new copy of it, we would retain all of our mapping and data, which we could then amend and build out a different consolidation if required. When we run a consolidation, we'll keep an audit trail at the rule level. So for each source, business unit and ledger combination, you can see the batches that have been run. Here we have two that have been run over time. The first one picking up all journals at that point. The second one has not picked up any because this is a journal-based consolidation and there were no newer journals. Consolidations can be rerun for any previous batch. We'll re-examine the source data and then adjust the target journal to represent any changes. This is very important because it makes the tool exceptionally flexible and the ability to have an up-to-date consolidation at any time. When we run a consolidation, the system will go off and run the batch. This can be done, for this case, at this rule level. When it runs, it will tell us the progress it's making, running through all the counts and posting the journals, and all of this is done automatically using all the correct journal level validation required by Sun systems. Once the consolidation is complete, a report will be presented. The first report that you will see is something that shows us whether there are any missing analysis codes or account codes and other reference data in the target business unit. This does not mean that the journal has not been posted. It is merely that this data is missing and could be added in a later date and then the consolidation rerun. This means that we can schedule consolidations to run overnight and it will not prevent the outcome from occurring even if data is slightly mismapped. The second report that is shown after a consolidation is the actual transfer report. So this, for each rule and each step that has been run, will show the number of source transactions, number of target transactions, target journal number, and then the balances that have been transferred. It is important to remember that Consolidations is not a reporting tool. It is purely an aggregation tool. So your consolidated reporting from the newly created business unit can be carried out using any appropriate Sun Systems reporting tools, such as Infor Q&A or anything that you may use. This means that consolidated reports can be built out to meet your requirements and are not dictated to you by the system. Should you require any further information on consolidations or would like to arrange a demonstration, please feel free to contact us or your partner who will be happy to help you, or have a look at our website at www.professionaladvantage.co.uk.